Just quickly before the video starts, YouTube has changed their system a little bit again. I'm going to show it on screen here. If you have notifications on for my channel or anybody else, you'll need to click the bell again and put it on all. For some reason it's on highlights, and that means like you won't always get notified when I or anyone else you watch actually uploads a video. So if you've noticed that you don't get notifications, that's why, so you change that. But yeah, enjoy the video. Hey guys, and welcome back to a new video. Now, you might be a little bit confused as to why I'm just doing this now, like you probably won't even remember the video, but if you remember back to this video here, I did a Q&A announcement and then stuff happened and I kind of completely, if I'm honest, I completely forgot about the Q&A itself, and I didn't really have a good mic. If you actually go back to that video and listen to the audio, my god, compare it to this audio, it's so bad. But yeah, I was kind of waiting for this to come anyway, so now I've got an actual working mic, I can do this, so yeah, let's just get into it. So first question is from Animation Anywhere. On a scale of 69 to 420, how big of a leafy copy is BlazeIt? I saw you defending him. I'm not sure if he means this completely seriously, but if he does, calling BlazeIt a leafy copy is like people calling me a BlazeIt copy. It just doesn't make sense. Because my videos are different from his and his videos are different from Leafy's. And even if they are similar, that doesn't mean you're copying, it just means you got inspiration from that person, or like kind of prompted your thought to do it. Just because you're doing something else similar to what they're doing, it doesn't mean you're copying them. Otherwise, everything's copying everyone, isn't it? Legit. So that means, like, because I started uploading battles and say, I don't know, Goldfish started uploading it, that means he copied me? No, it just means he liked the game. And maybe possibly he saw my videos and then did it. I'm not saying, I think he started at the same time as me, so that's probably a bad example, but you see my point. So, no, I don't think so. Next question is from RX Yakwa. Why are you a faggot? I think you should ask yourself the same question. Next question is from Golden Bloom Johnson. What are your top 3 movies? Now, I'll probably get a lot of criticism for this because I don't actually watch a lot of movies or films, or whatever you want to call it. I say films because that's just what I say. That's such an interesting question, why some people call it movies and some call it a film. I wonder what the actual difference is. I never checked that out. But my top 3 will probably be, in no particular order though, I do think. So I think tied for third would be either 22 Jump Street and Central Intelligence. So Central Intelligence wasn't that good. I mean, it was decent, but it wasn't up to par with 22 Jump Street. And then 21 Jump Street, just because the prequel is always better than the sequel. So and then this one you may not have heard of. I've told a couple, especially if you're American or pretty much anywhere else but the UK, you probably would have never heard of this. Shaft will probably have heard of this film. If he hasn't, I'd be surprised. It's called Shaun of the Dead. It's basically just like a zombies apocalypse kind of film, but it's got comedy in it, and it's like a zombie rom-com kind of thing. But yeah, it's really funny. If you haven't watched it, I definitely recommend watching it. It came out in like 2006, I believe. It was a long time ago, but it's a really good film. It's like that amateur-made one that you can just tell. It's just, even though it's really low quality, it's like really funny. So yeah. Next question is from Gaming Shaft, and he asks 4 questions. I can't count. How OP is Shaft? I was gonna say if you're talking about balloons, then you're fucking shit. But yeah, no, you're not really OP in general. So sorry. Do you have any pets? Yes, I do have a dog. Although technically it's not mine. Like, my brother bought it and then he moved out, and then the kind of dog just stayed here. So it's like ours now. I don't know. But yeah, I got a dog. What is your job? Don't currently have one. Looking to get one, but yeah, don't currently have one. I just finished college, so yeah. And yes, I have a brother and sister, and they're both older than me, so I'm the youngest. Next question is from Martin Oli.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
Next question is from Brizza Pops. How long is your cock? They don't call it the 1-inch wonder for nothing. What's your thoughts on the 3.9 update? Obviously, this is kind of outdated, and now 3.9.1 is out. Initial thoughts on 3.9 was just trash. Awful. Terrible. Yeah, it was really, really bad. Not a good update. 3.9.1 kind of made it better with the no late game thing, but yeah, in general, it just wasn't a good update. Next question is from Cybella. Will you quit BTGB Mobile? If so, what would you think about moving to Flash? I think if 4.0 is good, I definitely won't be playing as much anymore. I don't think I'd ever move to Flash, I can tell you that for sure, because I don't like Flash. It's too slow paced. I just don't like it. Never have. Next question is from Reese Patel. He asks 4 questions. Rating out of 10 of how OP Letep is? Shit. Is there a new DC glitch? 100% no, they've patched all the DC glitches now, and I hope it doesn't come back. Will you ever unblock me? No. Do you think the fast corners goals would be a good in preventing late game? Well, they've done 3.9.1 since this question, obviously, and that's even more enforced it. The problem is they've got ace and just fisted it, so there's not much you can do. You have to use chip and out, but yeah. The next question is from can't even pronounce that, but I think his name's Thomas, if I'm not mistaken, but he changed his name. Would you rather teabag a bear trap or deep throat a cactus? Now, in the original, because I've ordered this already once, like a couple weeks ago, and when I did answer this question, I said deep throat a cactus because teabagging a bear trap, just imagine that pain. Nah, I can't do it. Getting kicked in the balls is bad enough. Like, nah, deep throat a cactus. It's bad, but it's not as bad. Next question is from Frank Matthews. If you could go anywhere in the world, where would you go? Do you think aliens are real? Probably. I've always had this fascination with going to like USA or America, USA or Canada, that kind of place. I don't know why. I know like a lot of people go, "Oh, don't come here, it's shit," but like, I don't know. I've always had a fascination with doing it, but I just never have. Next question is from 6th in HD. If you had to bang someone from MCOTH, who would it be? Now I'm gonna change this question a little bit because I don't want to be gay. So I'm gonna take it as in who would you beat up, and it'll be Daryl. No questions asked. He's getting fucked up. Next question is from Always Rush. My question is, what do you think MCOTH could go to attract more aggressive members? Well, since this has been asked, obviously we now know MCOTH is ending, so I don't know. I don't think it's how to attract. I think it's just the people who join. There's not much you can stop it. And the replies is really, really funny. It's like post puberty age limit, which is it's nothing to do with 12-year-olds joining. That's just how 12-year-olds are. Because back when I joined, it was fine. There was no toxicity in the chat, and it's not like everyone was old. Like the two oldest people when I joined were me and Shorty, and we were both. I had just turned 18, and he was already 18. So it's not really like age was an issue. It was just what it's become now. Next question is from John Enkoff. Do you like pugs? No, I hate them. They're ugly, just like you. Next question is from Carl Enkoff. Will you ever love me? No, I fucking hate you. Next question is from the Master Finn. Do you play Rocket League? No. Do you play CSGO? Not very much. Do you hate Ninja Kiwi? Next question is from Marwan. I'm not going to pronounce his last name. What was the most embarrassing thing you've ever done? Answer this question. Next question is from K Does B2D. What kind of car do you drive? I don't know how old you think I am. Yeah, I don't have a car yet. Can't even afford one, so yeah, no, I don't have a car. Next question from xxderpy_gaming_xx. What is your most favourite dank meme, and what's your 2K subscriber special going to be? I don't know, and I don't really have one, so yeah, I don't know what my 2K is going to be at, if I even hit 2K. Who's your favourite balloons YouTuber at the moment? Balloons YouTuber? I don't know. I mean, there's a lot. I mean, in general, I don't really watch that many. Like, I watch everyone, but I don't really have a favourite. I mean, like, they're all pretty decent. I mean, people who do the commentary stuff, I tend to watch more. Like, I'd say my two favourites are probably like CYCC, because he's just good. Even though he doesn't do commentary and stuff, he's good, and I like watching high level gameplay or like good players play. And then probably Shaft, because he's a god at uploading daily. I don't know how he does it. I commend him. Next question is from Sundiko Balloons and More. He has a lot of questions. He goes, how many times do you say bloody in a day? Not that bloody much, actually. How many times do you say fuck in a day? A fucking lot. How much would I have to pay you in order to use Wizards and Ninjas permanently for every game? A lot of money. The money that you cannot afford. What is your opinion on SJB? I kind of feel sorry for him because his channel's kind of dead and he knows it. I used to like him, but it gets to the point where you just get bored of his videos because it's the same thing every time. And I'm not saying mine like fucking originality at its finest, but I don't know, you get to a point with his videos where you just get bored of them, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people can agree with me on that. Who's your favourite YouTuber? I wouldn't say this is my favourite YouTuber, but I for some reason, it gets almost no views, but it's like the best thing I've ever seen on YouTube at the moment. If you like fact-type videos, you'll like this. If you've ever heard of All Time 10s, they have a second channel called Dave and John, who are the creators of All Time 10s. And they do this like kind of, they kind of go off against each other, and they do like 10 facts, 5 each. And then you vote for who you think had the better facts, and it's got a lot of comedy in it. It's quite funny. If you've never watched it, then yeah, if you go on the All Time 10 channel and then go on their linked channels, you'll see Dave and John. I wouldn't say they're my favourite, but they're my favourite videos to watch right now, and they do like one a week. So yeah, if you haven't checked that out, go watch. Next question is from Brandon Staker. Sorry, I got that wrong in the first recording as well. I remember that. Will you put a question in your video? But seriously, how did you come across balloons? Back in like, I want to say year 7. So that would have made me about 11, 12 years old. I played Balloon City 3, I think it was. If that was out at the time, I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure it's Balloon City 3, and like at lunch I would just play that or play it in class sneakily. I just loved it. And then I kind of got bored of balloons once Balloon City 5 came out, and then I kind of found battles randomly on the App Store when I first got my S3. No, on the Play Store because I had my S3. And then once I started playing, I found BOTM, but I didn't join because my phone was shit. And yeah, that's kind of how I found it. I've been playing for about over 2 years now. It's been a long time. Next question is from The Last Dart, aka Daryl. Do you love Daryl? No, I previously said I want to beat you up, so I don't think I love you that much. What's with you and Call of People We's full story? I won't give a full story, but I'll leave it like this. The reason I don't like it is because of my ex, and that's as far as I'm gonna go with it. So yeah. Best and worst experiences of your life. I couldn't really pin a best experience. I don't know. But in terms of worst experience, I'll tell you a little story. So back when I was about 12, 13, I was walking down like this long beach as the tide was coming in with my parents, and then there's these massive, if you imagine, there's these massive pile of rocks that go out probably like 30, about 20 feet, 15, 20 feet. You have to walk around them. So at the time the tide was quite far out, we walked around them. We walked for probably about another half an hour and then came back. So it's been in total about an hour, and the tide's coming in, so we're walking pretty fast. We're walking in the water, and then it gets to the point where these rocks come up, and we have to go. I'm gonna say almost neck height into the water to get round these rocks, and like they had like weed and all that stuff in them. Because I was young and dramatic, I was like, oh my god, we're gonna die. It was so pathetic, but like at the time, it was one of the most scariest things I've ever experienced. But it's because I was young. So this question is from Anonymous. Favorite quote? There used to be a quote. I used to love it. It was my favorite quote, and I completely forgot what the quote was. It wasn't like a quote from any particular person. I kind of just made it up myself, but I can't remember what it was. It was something to do with proving people wrong. It was something like, I love to prove people wrong, but there was another part to it, I just can't remember. But yeah, it was something to do with proving people wrong. Something about that, I just love doing that. So it seems as I've gone back to edit this, I didn't actually record an outro, funnily enough. I just kind of stopped the recording, which was weird. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I know it was pretty long, but it was a lot longer. I answered all the questions and then just kind of picked out the ones that were the best, I guess. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. Sorry if I didn't answer your question, and I'll see you guys next time.